What's up, Pikes Peak RC race news around the nation? It is Robbie, and I am finally back from my long work trip. I was gone for about 2 months, so I am sorry for not giving you guys any video content. It was super hard and depressing not to do any RC stuff at all. But although I did go see Bert over at Chronix Hobbies and stuff, and I think he's talking me into 3D printing and stuff. We'll see where that goes. But right now, I got other things on the plate I got to take care of first, and then we will go from there. But other than that, it was good to see family back on the home island, and then yeah, now I'm back here. Okay, so yeah, it was a long flight. It was a long trip, and speaking of flight, I left over there on the island. I left on the 15th at 7:05 in the morning. All right, so on the 15th, 7:05 in the morning, wheels up, and then I landed 6:22 in the evening in Hawaii on the 14th. All right, then left from there, landing in Colorado around 7:47 in the morning, but on the 15th. So pretty trippy. Take off on 7:05 from halfway around the world, and then land at 7:47 on the other side same day. So I was like, I missed a bunch of hours. So I'm severely jet lagged. I slept in today. I didn't want to, but yeah, it caught up with me hard. I tried to fight it, and yeah, there was no beating it and stuff like that. But other than that, I know when I flew back, everybody's like, Robbie, come out to LRC. I was like, man, it was just, that was the next day after. And like I said, I was already wore out, and that would have been too long of a drive for me, especially just getting off the plane and stuff, and the time difference. So yeah, I know I missed that race. Yeah, hopefully I'll get to the next one over there up at LRC. But I did head to the following day, which was yesterday, on Faster Laps, Matt Kyle's opening for the season of 8 scale, 5th scale, 10 scale racing out there at Ram. But it was a great turnout. I think we had 38 entries, which was good because it started off really cold. Then it got heavily windy, and then it started to rain, and then that went away, and then it started to get windy again. So yeah, it was a great time. We had so much fun, and seeing everybody again. Also a new track layout, and you guys saw that in the intro. That was the 5th scales racing and stuff right now. Speaking of 5th scales, the big hot new 5th scale right now is Team Losi's new electric 5T, and that thing is huge. Not bad for the price point either, at $1,499. But yesterday at Faster Laps, golly, we had some great podium finishes. Starting off with the new kind of novice class. We had Nitro in the first on that one. My son Isaiah in the number 2. Sammy in the number 3. Sammy impressed me a lot. Jose in the 4, and then Matt Kyle in the 5, right? And then we got the big Biscales, Thomas in the 1, Joe in the 2, Rich DeMarc on a rented car in the number 3 spot, and he was dominating. He was on something yesterday, and he was driving very excellent. Jose in the 4, Matt Allen in the 5, and Tripp in the 6. And you know what? Surprisingly, no broken 5th scales. Usually they're always breaking, but no broken 5th scales except one wheel getting away, and that was just because of a loose wheel nut. All right. Then we go into 1.8 e-buggy. All right. Taking first on that, John, Anthony, or Gabby as we call him, Gene, myself in the number 4 spot, Cody Fox in the 5. All right. So that rounds out our top 5 right there for our podium finishes. 1.8 Nitro buggy goes to Cody Fox in that number 1 spot. Swervin in that number 2, Leo in that 3, Bob in that 4, and Thomas Michaels in that number 5 spot. All right. And then we got E-Truggy. Now, E-Truggy was the funnest race for me. We had a blast in this one. Again, Big Rich was on something yesterday. He was driving on par yesterday, but taking first was John Carpenter. I took second, and then I was TQ as well. And then Big Rich in the 3, Matt Allen in the 5. I take that back. Rich in the 3, Tom in the 4, and then in the 5 spot was Matt Island. And me and Thomas, we were chasing each other. I was chasing Rich. Rich was chasing me. And then, yeah, we were just going back and forth, having a blast in truggy. And I finally got my truggy settled down. I had to take out a little bit of toe out in both my buggy and my truggy. It was hooking way too hard. It was reacting too much. So I just took out a little bit of toe and then brought it in just a tad bit. I went from, I think I want to say 1.5. I probably went down to 0.5 just to get it tamed down on my turning and stuff like that. On top of me using Techno's True Kit, because I was on the aftermarket kit, which was I was using the titanium TI shock towers, the shorty ones, on top of the A and C shocks, right? So shorter body, and then using the front shock that originally comes on the buggy, using it as the rear. So that would be your A and C. The new kit for the modification for the short shock towers, Techno supplies their brand new shock towers, and then they suggest the B&D shock setup, which is completely brand new with their shafts. So again, if you guys want any of that stuff, technorcllc.com, check them out. They have all that stuff in stock. The ingenuity that went into that is ridiculous. So I went in there again, the brand new setup suggested by Graham Hill, and I'm running on aftermarket springs other than what Techno has. So it really tamed my vehicle down, and yeah, it drove excellent. Again, I had to take out some toe out, bring in the toe just a tad bit, because we are racing on a very loose track. And that's one thing with Matt Kyle's track over at Faster Laps. It is very loose, and it gives you that old school vibe, right? And then you have Graham Hill's LRC track. I'm talking mad traction, hard pack. It's just all out fun. So both tracks, I love and enjoy both tracks. Again, with Faster Laps, it builds up my skill, and then with LRC, building up my skill driving with faster drivers. Because I'll tell you what, those guys up there up north are fast as hell, and what better way to learn and drive with them? All right, so I'm not saying our guys down here in Springs and the lower areas of Colorado are not fast. It's just there's more people. It's more competitive. So again, where driver etiquette comes in a lot to play and stuff like that. Now, being on Matt Kyle's track, yes, it is loose, so you're liable to slide into somebody or whatever. Again, and that's one thing. The track conditions with Matt Kyle's is not consistent, and it creates driving challenges where it makes you adjust your driving style. So, and that's one thing I like about that track. Graham's, you get set up, and it's just you're improving on your time, you're getting faster, you're pack racing, so on and so forth. So again, both tracks have their pluses to them. I really wouldn't say any minuses. I know some people were like, "Oh, well, that track is too loose." Oh, that's old school loose. Again, that's where a lot of the vintage vehicles are going back to, is that loose style feel, to where you gotta calibrate your braking and turning and stuff like that. With these hard pack tracks, you're already dialed in, and it comes down to that tire choice, your shock and setup, and again, and I think with all tracks, you still gotta adjust your vehicle to that track setup and stuff. So with this new track layout, my son loves it a lot. Again, yeah, he had a great time. It did get cold. He was only racing one class, so he's more hooked on the buggy than anything. So the truggy will probably go to my oldest son when he comes over to visit, and we'll put him behind the truggy. He can race with me on truggy, and I love truggy a lot. So truggy is very forgiving and stuff, and I think I missed something on that because I've been cleaning my vehicles since yesterday evening, going into, I want to say probably about an hour and a half ago. I stopped cleaning onto the truggy, got everything cleaned, redid my shocks and stuff, checked all my diffs and stuff, and made sure everything was G to G, no rip shock boots. But heavily impressed with the way the vehicle flows. Again, using the lead finger Beretta V2 bodies, also using the lead finger truggy body as well too, and very very robust bodies, like I said, and like I always say, the arrows are great for these. I was using the lead finger wings. I cracked both of my wings on both Buggy and Truggy in the last race, and I got to order some more wings from Chris. But speaking of lead finger and speaking of Chris, if you guys have not noticed, and he made a big announcement that lead finger partnered up with PMRC, all right, Promotion RC. So now the promotion team will be using the lead finger bodies to include their wings and stuff. So that is a awesome, awesome deal. Then we got Dialed RC. I'm going to tell you right now, Dialed RC right now, and I'm going to pull this up real quick. Gene has been, I'll tell you what, that mad scientist, he's been doing some stuff, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it up real quick. He's got 3 new tire choices coming out here, and I'm going to go ahead and let's see, I'm going to bring it up real quick. And yeah, I cannot wait. Matter of fact, he's coming out with some new wheels, some lightweight wheels, I should say. So I think that's what they are, the new lightweight wheels. Also, red lettering on the tires too. That's an idea. You know, I like that. You know, he's taking a different route with that. So, which is actually pretty cool. The V1Ts, which have been debuted already, pre-orders have already been sent out. So the V1T is a new addition to the already 2 tire choices or tread patterns for the Truggy. So we have the V7s, which I currently use. Then there's also the V5s now, which just came out, are the V1Ts. All right, so they're basically the V1s for the Buggy, but for a Truggy. So I hear a lot of good things about those, which is actually pretty cool. Again, there were, I want to say, about 11 or 12 different tread patterns for Dialed RC for their 8-scale buggies. So he's discontinued the V2, the V6, V8, and V10 tires to make room for the new V13 and V14s coming soon. All right. So these new tread patterns, I want to say one of them is in comparison to a couple of the brands that are already out there that have that V-shape cut. He's been testing that on his own tires, but with his own style of design. So, and his different type of spacing, because the spacing is really different on it. So that V-shape pattern, which most people know already, I want to say there's a couple, like I said, J Concepts use it, TZO uses it. There's some other brands out there I don't know specifically, but again, that is one of the other tread patterns. And another tread pattern, which is comparable, I would say, to a Reflex, I should say. So is another new tire, but it's of his own design. So the pins are different. Either they're in a diamond format or a square format. He has those specifically set up. In the tread pattern. So he's been doing a lot of testing. And what I was talking about with the V-cut style tread pattern, that'll be the V14. All right. So I think that's the new way to go with that. And yeah, more to come with Dialed RC. All right. Now with Jen's Ace. Again, battery choice for Truggy 7500, and battery choice for the Buggy is 6300. And I am sorry for those that have been asking for the 6300. They are out of stock right now. So hopefully Dell will get some more in stock over there at Dialed over there in Cali. They should have some more here shortly. But another thing that was out of stock that came back in stock, and I got this a while ago, and is the new it came out I want to say end of last year, but if you guys already know, the Mars D1000 Plus. All right, so again, I could have went with the Mars 300, but you know, go big, go home, right? So I went ahead and got this charger a while ago, and I used it for the first time yesterday, or actually the day prior, charging. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's no different from using the 300, but you also have that Bluetooth feature on the app, and you can see what's going on with your batteries. And I love this charger. Actually, it is my most favorite charger right now. Very robust, very big. The screen is a lot bigger. The interface on it is great. So again, it functions the same way as the other Gen Ace chargers if you already have them. So again, it's very user friendly, but the cool thing is it has a power on off button. All right, I love the Gen Ace D1000 charger. There's a bunch of reviews out there, so go ahead, check them out. And a lot of people are using this charger now. Now, it's not really that much of a space saver for me. She is kind of heavy, but again, yeah, if you guys are worried about weight and stuff, again, get the 300. That'll be great for traveling. I'm still bringing this with me traveling no matter what. This does everything I need. Again, yeah, it is great to have Gen Ace producing so much technology right now. And again, their batteries are probably the most used batteries in 8-scale racing right now, between the 7500 and the 6300. Again, I'll let you guys know when that comes out back in stock. All right, then we go on to techno. That's another question everybody's been asking about is why buggies are not in stock. Are they coming out with a new buggy? I am not sure, to be honest with you. I'll probably get with Graham Hill on that, see if they are. I highly doubt it, especially if they're coming out with modification kits for the EB4822. And it is such a popular buggy, and it is a very robust buggy. But then again, it comes down to user preference. All right, so you know, you got your Apple users and you got your Samsung users, so on and so forth. You know, tomato, Ford versus Chevy, it's the same thing pretty much. All the vehicles are made to perform equally, I should say. You know, granted with their own style and design, and it comes down to user preference. With me, it is techno. You know, when I started off with the 2.1, and it was such a simple build, and everything is so robust on it. And now I'm picked up as one of the team players or one of the team drivers for techno. You know, I gotta support where it is. All right, don't get me wrong. There are many other brands out there that many people use, and I get that all the time. You know, Robbie, what's the top brand? Really, it comes down, if you guys watch the races, you know, these regional races and these national races, you know, it comes down to the driver. You know, one day it'll be a Kyosho, one day it'll be a Mugen, S-Works. You'll see X-Ray, you'll see TLR, and obviously Associated and Techno. At any given time, it's anybody's game. So it comes down to the driver, and it comes down to that tire game, so on and so forth. And again, the tires, I think, will make or break you. I saw that on the last big national race, that the tires were like the biggest deal in performing in that race, and then setting up your suspension package. Again, that track did change a lot with the potholes and stuff all over. No different from us racing yesterday. Golly, I'll tell you what, it was like the track started out smooth, and then as soon as the big fifth scales got out there, it was just like they were rutting up the track. But it added character to the track, because it made you, you know, where you can go fast, you couldn't do it anymore. You had to check up, so on and so forth. You had to adjust your suspension, and that's what I currently and did every single round of qualifying going into the main. I was like, all right. But I stayed. The cool thing is, I stayed with the same tires that I used in the mains for TNR St. Patrick's Bonanza. So I have not used the tires since. They've been mounted on the buggy and the truggy. And I was like, you know what? There's enough tread on there. I'll just use this for the qualifying and for the race day. And I am using super soft long wears. Well, I'm using super soft for the truggy, and I'm using super soft long wears on the buggy. And I'll tell you what, when Gene puts out super soft long wear, they are long wear. And the temperature was kind of not really forgiving yesterday. It was chilly. So again, super soft long wears was where it was at for me, and super soft for the truggy, and it performed just well. Again, and then also with my son, he was on the V7s as well too. So I use those all the way around on all three of our vehicles, and yeah, made out great with them. Made out great. For me, it's that universal tire. Okay, so again, I'm still learning that tire game, and I am learning. All right, so pretty much that is what's going on so far. I want to say faster laps. I want to say his next race will be June 21st. He hasn't made an announcement yet. We talked about it yesterday. After seeing the performance of Sammy yesterday, driving that Traxxas Slash, I think that's what he's going to do. So for those that got a Traxxas Slash four-wheel drive, I'll tell you what, I do have one here. And if you guys want to drive one, I will have one for you guys to use. I'll get that all set up. And if you guys want to drive a four-wheel drive, matter of fact, you know what, Kurt, if you're watching this Traxxas 4x4, I want you to drive this Traxxas. That'll be on for June 21st. That'll be the next race. That will be like his Father's Day race and stuff like that. And there'll be a $5 entry fee. Winner brings home $25. I got my money on either Kurt or Sammy if Kurt comes out. But again, I do have a Traxxas Slash here. I will bring out and I will get set up. Here it is right here. I used it last time. So all I got to do is, yeah, I just got to put a receiver in it. And I want to see if that will be the way to go. I'm going to talk to Matt Kyle on that, see what modifications you can do. I think you could do whatever modifications you want. Again, I think it just has to be a four-wheel drive Slash. So, and with the stock motor and stock ESC and stuff like that. So we'll go from there. I'll get with Matt Kyle. More to come on that for the Father's Day club race that's going to happen, or whatever he has for June 21st. I think that's the next day that he'll be doing that. More to come on the Traxxas class. Again, it'll be a $5 entry fee. Winner takes home $25. And yeah, hopefully. I know a couple of you guys got some Traxxas Slash 4x4s out there. I know Pete St. Lawrence has one, and he needs to drive it. So he needs to come out and race that. This is for you, Pete, to actually come out, race some dirt, have some fun with some of your buddies out here that you normally see over at Mini Z Racing. You need to come out and race your Slash. All right, and come over there and pit with us, me, John, Jason, Gene, all of us, swerving. We're all pitted together and stuff. Hey, you guys have a blast coming out. Again, Kurt, I got this Traxxas for you to use if you want to drive it. It's got a 2075 servo on here. I'll probably make sure everything is G to G on this. And yeah, get it set up for the track and stuff, because I do got the upgraded CVs on here. So yeah, and I got an awesome body to put on this as well too. I got that what do you call that? That, I think it's the Hawaii Splash or whatever it is, colorway for that. So again, this will be pretty cool. And I'll have a battery set up for this as well too. So yep, this will be a great class for those wanting to get into some 8 scale, 10 scale racing. Again, the 4x4 Slash is a 10 scale, and then behind me I have the 8 scale, which is a fun class. I know Thomas was playing with his yesterday. Thomas Michaels was playing with his yesterday, and he kept on popping a shaft out. But again, for those that are interested in the 8 scale, we were driving these over in TNR, all right, as an exhibition race. Both John, myself, Tell, Thomas, we were having a blast with these. There's a couple others that were out there as well. I forgot your name, but you also podiumed. So again, these are great. And these are the bodies I was telling you guys about. Oh, not this body. This was I got this from Amazon. This is a Proline body. But as soon as Chris from Leadfinger RC gets the prototype done, I think he needs to do a little bit more testing. And then I already got the look of the new prototype design already. I saw the mold. I think he's made a couple bodies already and testing them. So I think he needs to do a couple more tweaks on them. And I cannot wait to order a couple bodies for this bad boy, because I got some awesome colorways I want to do. Cannot wait to do that. I got my son's body over there, so who knows? Probably Charles will probably drive the short course and the truggy while Isaiah drives the buggy and stuff. Or if he wants to, you can drive the nitro, because I have not driven the nitro yet. And again, nitro is getting bigger. Again, we only had 2 people entered in Nitro Truggy yesterday, so hopefully we get more people out there. I know John has one. I have mine, obviously. I just got to get a bump box and everything else to make it run and stuff. But other than that, no, it should be good to go now. I don't know why I'm sitting on it. I should get that thing going and stuff. So I know John's been asking me about it a lot. But that is pretty much it. Pikes Peak RC race news around the nation. It is good to be back home. I just got done cleaning these buggies. I got one more buggy to clean. And yeah, now I made the video content here is a little bit different. If you guys noticed, I'm using a different platform now. Instead of basing everything and recording everything off my phone, obviously I'm recording on my phone now, but I do have I was recording yesterday with the DJI, the Nano, and I'll tell you right now, this is an excellent, excellent camera. I did a review on this and the stuff I use, so I'm finally using it on top of using my Meta glasses and other forms of media products that I'm using to make sure everything is going smoothly. All right, so my biggest upgrade from when I last talked to you guys, because I was having issues with doing the live, was the computer. So I upgraded my computer. I'm running a MacBook Pro now, and my video editing is much more improved now. Still rough on the edges, but still improving. I'm learning on it. I'm using CapCut for those that are interested. I know there's others out there. There's I want to say there's Final out there, but I couldn't justify paying that amount of money. So I went ahead and went with this. I want to see what it was like and then move on from there. But other than that, it's a great platform for me to edit my videos. And if you guys notice, the intro on this was a lot more different from what I normally use. But again, just trying out new things. So I hope you guys like and enjoy. And yeah, we will see you guys on the next video segment. I want to say probably tomorrow evening. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say tomorrow evening. I want to say, no, because I'll probably put this video out tonight. And then tomorrow evening, I'll go and do a live video. All right, so again, tomorrow we'll go live. I wanted to do a video yesterday, but I was so tired. Again, still jet lagged a little bit. And yeah, I just crashed out. So we're going to get back on schedule, get all these videos done. And yeah, we will see you on the next one. We'll see you on live. All right. Please like, share, and subscribe here on the YouTube channel for Pikes Peak RC race news around the nation. I am Robbie, giving you guys the latest and greatest. We will see you. Take care.